Hello, everyone. Welcome to Zenfleet online lesson, online learning. At Zenfleet, we welcome you to Zenfleet. Our mission is to develop intelligent minds and raise great leaders. We do this through teaching and training learners to excel in their field of study. To learn more about our services, you can contact us from the United States of America and from the United Kingdom and Canada and wherever else you are in the world. Welcome. Today, we're going to learn about the proof of the almighty formula. Now, this is nicknamed the almighty formula. However, it is the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is a formula that is able to solve all kinds of quadratic expressions, factorizing them into their smallest possible factors. Now, especially for real numbers. So today we're going to learn how to prove the quadratic formula using the completing the square method. We're also going to establish the completing the square method, or should I say, teach the completing the square method by using the proof of the quadratic formula for it. So please stay with us and happy learning. The standard quadratic formula is given by the expression ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a and c are non-zero integers, where a and c are non-zero integers. Now, how do we solve for x given this quadratic expression? First, step one, you want to divide each term or every term in the equation by the coefficient of x squared. So that gives us ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 divided by a all through. This gives us x squared plus b over a x plus c over a equals 0. The next thing is to rearrange such that we collect like terms. All the values with x stay on the left side of the equation, while the values, or should I say, the value that is constant stays on the other side. This is where we now complete the square. We complete the square of the right side, the right-hand side of the equation. So how do we do this? What we do is to pick the coefficient of x and divide it by 2. We pick the coefficient of x and divide by 2. So that is b over a divided by 2. That gives us b over a multiplied by 1/2, which is b over 2a. We square the result. And add this to both sides of the expression. The result is b over 2a. When we square it, both the numerator and denominator get squared up. So it becomes x squared plus b over ax plus b over 2a squared equals negative c over a plus b over 2a all squared. So we now factorize the left-hand side of the expression. Well, depending on whether you're British or American, you could call this the left-hand side or the right-hand side. But just to work with the, face-to-face picture, let's call whatever we have on this side the left-hand side of the expression. So what do we do? How do we factorize this? You know that in factorizing a quadratic expression, all right, you have x squared plus b over a x plus b over 2a squared. Now, what you have to do is multiply the constant and determine the highest exponent in the quadratic expression. Now, when you multiply this, you're going to get b over 2a x squared. Now, this is because if you consider multiplying b over 2a squared and x squared, it means that both terms that are multiplying each other are squares. So we can compress it using the distributive property and say that's b over 2a x altogether squared, because each term in that bracket gets squared. Now, what are the factors of b over 2a squared, b over 2a x squared. The factors of b over 2a x squared are simply b over 2a x multiplying itself, b over 2a x. Now, if you were to add these terms together, let's take a look at it. If you add b over 2a x plus b over 2a x, you're going to get the middle term, the x term in the quadratic expression, because this is going to be 2b over 2a x. The 2 cancels, and you have b over a x. This is the middle term of the quadratic expression. So this means that we can now rewrite this part of the quadratic expression as the sum of b over 2a x. So that's going to be x squared plus b over 2a x plus b over 2a x plus b over 2a squared. Now, the common factor between these two terms is x. So we factorize and say that is x into bracket x plus b over 2 is b over 2a. This is b over 2a into bracket x plus b over 2a. Now, we collect the terms outside the bracket together. That is x plus b over 2a. Put them in a bracket and pick one of the brackets because the same term is repeated in the brackets. This, you'll see that this is equal to x plus b over 2a multiplying itself. That means that this x plus b over 2a squared. Now, this is the left-hand side. We now turn over to the right-hand side. Now, what we've done here is to complete the square. We have completed the square of the left-hand side. And now that that is done, we can move over to simplifying the right-hand side of the expression now. Once again, this is our expression. And we can from here say that you have x plus b over 2a equal to minus c over a plus, you now expand the bracket, you open the bracket, b squared over 4a squared. We can solve this fraction, this sum of fractions. That gives us a common denominator of 4a squared. Now, a goes in 4a squared 4a times to multiply the numerator to give us minus 4a multiplying c, which is minus 4ac. And since b squared has that same denominator, it stays the same. So we can say that x plus b over 2a squared is equal to b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Now, we would now find the square root of both sides. The root of x plus b over 2a squared will be equal to the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Now I need you to take note of this, just as we've done with everything we've done before. When you do this, you'll realize that the square root would cancel out the squared. So you have x plus b over 2a equal to. Now, the square root on this right-hand side is actually going to cover the numerator plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac. And then all over the square root of 4a squared. Now, when you solve that, you'd realize that you have x plus b over 2a equal to plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over the square root of 4 is 2, and the square root of a squared is a. Then x will be equal to, collecting like terms, that's what we're doing now. Minus b over 2a plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So x will be equal to, now both denominators are the same, so this means that we can combine those numerators and say all over 2a, we have negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. And this, my dear friends, is the quadratic formula. Sometimes nicknamed the almighty formula because it can solve any quadratic expression with real roots. That is the quadratic formula proven. Thank you very much. I encourage you to go over the video again if there is any part that seems challenging for you to understand. And you can pause right there, try to work it out yourself, and see how you fare with it. Until next time, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.